What's up, everyone? This is JJ. I am a former Apple senior software engineer, and now I help law firms implement AI into real workflows, training teams, improving operations, and building practical automations. In this video, I'll show you how to take messy intake notes and use Claude to turn them into a clean case note, a client email, a task list, and an attorney prep checklist. I'm in Claude Desktop using the regular chat interface with Haiku. This is fake demo information. Do not paste confidential client information into AI tools unless your firm has approved that workflow. So here's a story. Someone at the firm took a messy intake call. The notes have accident facts, medical treatment, insurance details, missing information, and follow-up tasks. Instead of manually cleaning all of that up, I'm going to copy and paste all of these notes into Claude and ask it to structure them. So first, I'm pasting the raw notes. And these are intentionally messy because that's what real intake notes often look like. So the prompt says, here are messy intake notes for a fake demo. Do not respond yet. I'm going to give you a task after this. And these are the intake notes. You see a potential client called in. Client says their neck and lower back started hurting after, later that night. The car. And the rest of the information. Let me press enter. And Claude replied, and it said, got it, ready for your task. What would you like for me to do with these notes? Now I'm going to ask Claude to turn this into a clean case note. So I'm asking Claude, turn these messy intake notes into a clean case note for a law firm case management system. Use this format so it'll have all of these sections. And I'm also giving it some rules and guardrails. For example, do not add facts that are not in the notes. Do not give legal advice. Do not promise any outcome. And keep it professional and concise. So it seems like it's writing a lot of internal markdown, which it'll output in a moment. Let's see. And it created this file, this markdown file. Case note, client A, motor vehicle accident, and you can see, all of the different sections that we asked it to add. And even prepared by, and the next actions. Next, I'll turn the same notes into a follow-up email. So let me close this side window. So I'm telling Claude, using the intake notes above, draft a short follow-up email to the potential client and what the goal is. Confirm we received their information, explain that the next step is scheduling a consultation, and ask them to send any documents that they already have. I'm giving it the tone to write the email in and a few guardrails. So Claude takes its sweet time synthesizing information. And wow, this is the email that it came up with a subject, a body. You can open it in any of the emails that you use. You can also ask Claude to make it shorter, make it warmer, maybe add certain links to your consultation. So now I'll ask Claude to turn the same intake into tasks. So I'm asking Claude, turn the intake notes above into a task list. I'm asking it to format each task with the name, assigned role, priority, due date, and notes. And all of this information, we have a separate video where we show how to give Claude context about your law firm. So Claude will now come up with actionable tasks and a task list, and it'll create this document, this markdown document with everything. So this turns the call into actual next steps. Schedule the consultation, collect photos, request paperwork, confirm insurance information and attorney review. You can see information gathering, obtain police reports, collect client photographs, gather employer and wage information, consultation and next steps, and some notes. Lastly, I'm going to ask Claude to create a prep checklist for the attorney before the consultation. So let me copy and paste this here. I'm asking Claude, create a consultation prep checklist for the attorney based only on these intake notes on the conversation previous. Include facts to confirm, documents to request, questions to ask, risks or cautions to discuss internally, and missing information. Now let me close this window over here, but you could export this to Google Drive or SharePoint or your case management software. And you can see that Claude is working internally, drafting this consultation prep checklist for the attorney. And you can see the checklist to the right side. Attorney consultation prep checklist, facts to confirm, all the different things that the attorney should confirm, documents to request from client, questions to ask client to make sure that they have the right information, risks and cautions to discuss internally with the team. So one messy intake note became 4 useful outputs: a case note, a client email, a task list, and an attorney prep checklist. The key is not just saying clean this up to Claude. The key is giving Claude the context, the format, and the rules. And quick privacy reminder, don't paste confidential client information into AI tools unless your firm has approved that process. For demos, use fake names and remove phone numbers, addresses, dates of birth, etc., any PII. And lastly, if your firm needs help with custom AI implementation, team training, workflow design, or figuring out how to use tools like Claude to fit them into your day-to-day operations, please reach out. We're more than happy to help in any way that we can. So the takeaway is AI is not just for drafting. Used correctly, it can help law firms organize messy information and turn it into actual next steps.